Can average students get admission into Japanese universities? This is a question we get asked many times. I'm Deepti Singh, your admissions counselor for Japanese universities. Over the years, we have guided many students to find their place in Japanese universities and institutes. If you think only toppers can get into good Japanese universities, you are already misinformed. Every year, we see that even 90% student can get a rejection from top universities, while an average student can still make it to a very top tier or a good university. And why is that? Why does that happen? This is primarily because Japanese universities don't just look at your grades, but they also look at some other factors which we will be discussing in this video. So when we say average student, I'm here talking about particularly students who have scored between 60 to 75% in their grade 12th. In Indian terms, these students are called average students, and I'm very sorry that you have to bear with this terminology. I do not agree with this. You can be average in academics, but you may not be average in many other areas. And keeping that in the background, I will be discussing purely focused on admissions right now. Japanese universities, they rarely reject students based only on their marks, but they also look at their overall readiness. And trust me, they are not looking at hiring perfect students. They are not looking at perfection. So how Japanese universities really evaluate a student? They do not look at grades from only 1 year. They look at your academic consistency. They will look at your study goals, your motivation. They will look at your course relevance, your relevance of your profile to the course, that is clear goals and clear motivation to study the course and in that university. I think that is one of the key points to highlight in your applications. Language readiness. Anybody who has started their journey already thinking that they are going to study in Japan definitely gets the brownie points. This is, I think doesn't even need a mention. Next is the ability to adapt in Japanese culture and Japanese academic culture also. So these are some of the key things that Japanese universities are looking at. So just, think for yourself. I want you to answer which one is better, a focused average student or a confused topper. So obviously, with your focus and right strategy, it is possible to crack a good university in Japan. We have often seen even students with 65 to 70%, 75% getting into top universities because their documentation was strong and also the course selection and the university selection made sense. So which is why this fitment is primary to any application that you are making. Why average students usually fail, if I have to tell you that, it is primarily because of few of these reasons. One is wrong university selection. You are not being realistic when you are choosing the university. Second, not the right course fitment. Your eligibility or the strengths required for the course, you don't exhibit those strengths, or the course doesn't align with your career goals that you have mentioned in your application. So which is why the course fitment, as I said, plays an important role. No explanation of gaps in your resume. So even if it is academic, in extracurricular or whatever it is, if you are not able to explain them well, obviously it is going to work against you. Poor statement of purpose. This is the key to your application and many students do not get it right. Don't use ChatGPT to tell the university what you want to do in your long-term career, obviously. But most students, they rely on advice from their friends or family, and they rely on tools these days to really get to a decent statement of purpose. But that's plagiarism and it's not accepted and it doesn't get you in. Now, how average student, if you think you belong to this category which is not very confident if you are going to get into top Japanese universities, how can you strengthen your profile? First is to choose the right university tier. Please choose realistically. Writing a clear and honest SOP, that's the next step. Subject continuity and course selection, your fitment, mention of that is the key. Working on your language abilities, that's another. So you can start working on your Japanese skills, you can start working on your English proficiency as well, because academic English can be very different when you are writing reports, you are writing essays. Obviously, you need to be more proficient. And lastly, applying to multiple universities strategically. At this is also an important point. What happens to financial support and scholarships? This can be a question on your mind if you are within this category of students that we are talking about, average student as we call them, which I don't agree with. So if you are in that category, firstly, do not think it's impossible to receive tuition waivers. Plenty of students receive tuition waivers regularly. So you still have a chance on university scholarship. You can, after going to Japan, apply to many private scholarships, and you will. There is a good chance that you will be receiving those. They are not just always merit-based scholarships. There are scholarships which are based on nationality or extracurricular profile or on some contribution also. So, depending on various factors, you have to keep applying. This is a message I have given many times, but in Japan, most scholarships are not pre-enrollment but post-enrollment, which is why you should keep your options open and your hopes high about scholarships even after you enroll in a Japanese university. Now, some reality check for students. Japan is not looking for perfect students. They are looking for consistency, they are looking for hard work, and they are looking for clarity of your goals. So if you have these skills and if you have these qualities, I think you should take a shot and you should be targeting Japanese universities. I hope you liked the video, and if whatever I said resonated with you, and if you think you would like to know which universities you should apply to, you would want to get in touch with us and get a guidance on your next steps, please do so. Please comment below and like the video, and don't forget to subscribe the channel.